remember it well.
Still bitter. You know, the Raiders have not sniffed a championship game since then, and you know, they're looking to get back. They have some good pieces in place. Meanwhile, the Patriots, they've done very well with Tom Brady. Now that he's gone, they have to figure out, can Mac Jones lead them back to the promised land?
Patriots come in at 7-6 after start of the season, 1-3. Game break, Carissa.
Thanks, Kenny. So the Cowboys and Jags tied at 34 in overtime, 3rd and 4. Dak Prescott's pass deflected, then intercepted by Rayshon Jenkins. Returned for the walk-off touchdown. Jags now won 3 of their last 4 and still alive in that AFC playoff picture. Kenny?
At the 30-yard line from Raekwon McMillan. 3-0 lead, Raiders offense. Back to work in a moment. Back in Vegas, there's Jacobs and Adams. Highest percentage of scrimmage yards by a wide receiver running back duo, just ahead of Jefferson and Cook. What a comeback by the Vikings yesterday. And that's the highest, Jonathan, since the '99 Colts. Edgerrin James and Marvin Harrison. Austin Moreau. Moreau out to the 38-yard line. Tavai made the tackle.
Speaking of the duo, would not have seen you, kind of expected, right? Davante Adams, we knew how good he was at Green Bay, comes over, you expected that to happen. Josh Jacobs, you know, if you watch film, you love him, but you didn't really hear him like a household name, but both of them, 1,200 plus rec yards, 1,200 plus rush yards, and 11 TDs. That is outstanding, man. And Josh Jacobs, love watching him, and it's more for his toughness. He has all the ability, but the toughness that he brings to that position, it's as good as anybody in the league.
Welcome back to Las Vegas. During this holiday season, fly of the 25-yard line. This January on Fox, the clock is ticking for the Elite Missing Persons Unit with Scott Conn and Danya Ramirez teaming up in the riveting new series Alert. The 2-night premiere starts January 8th, only on Fox.
You'll be tuning in, Kenny?
I think I'll be with you on the 8th.
Yeah,
during the afternoon, at least.
Well, yeah, we'll tune in afterwards.
I will definitely be tuning in. During our open, Josh Jacobs and Davante Adams. Speaking of alerts, Jonathan, premiering January 8th, a look at the AFC playoff picture. You must be alert to follow along. Bills with a victory yesterday. Chiefs have clinched the division. Bengals and Titans division leaders. There you see the Patriots for the moment in the wild card spot, 7-6. Raiders still alive.
Still in the hunt. And
out to the 39. 48-yard punt. Here in fabulous Las Vegas. Raiders get the ball back, leading by a touchdown. 17 yards on the return. Over in the NFC. Eagles with a win today in Chicago. Vikings, biggest comeback in history.
33 points. They were down 33-0. You talk about that Jefferson-Cook combination. They, second half, they just exploded to get that victory. But you look at the NFC South, everyone under 500. Someone's going to win that division. They got to figure that one out. But
big game tonight, Giants and Commanders.
Yeah, huge game tonight.
Raiders extend their lead. Carr to Hollins.
What a catch.
17-3, Las Vegas. Second touchdown pass for Carr here in the second quarter. One to Darren Waller earlier. Now the Raiders fans, Jonathan, will not want to be reminded about this, but
oh, don't do it, Kenny.
Four times
Kenny,
this
don't
season.
do it.
4 times this season they've had a lead at the half by 10 or more.
You couldn't help yourself. Folks, I did not tell him to do this, but yes.
Most in NFL history.
They have had many, many issues holding the lead, and part of the issue is that they get a little too conservative, frankly. When you talk about complementary football, you don't have to abandon the passing game. I love Josh Jacobs, but be as aggressive as you were in the first half, in the second half, and just keep your foot on the pedal.
Man of many nicknames.
Yes, all good ones.
14-point lead for Carr and the Raiders. Our first half stats brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. Time of possession, 6-minute edge for the Raiders. Josh Jacobs, 70 yards on the ground. Only 111 yards for Mac Jones and the Patriots. The Verizon halftime coming up after these messages.
Create on Fox.
Welcome to the Verizon Halftime, the network America relies on.
A couple of touchdown passes from Derek Carr, and Vegas has the lead as we welcome you to the Verizon Halftime. Tom Brady and the Bucs hosting Joe Burrow and the Bengals.
Joe Burrow on your left. If you don't know that already, Tom Brady on your right. Wide flare, pulls the corner up. Then the corner tries to drop back. It's too late. The safety stayed inside, giving Cage a real easy release to the corner. Brady finds him. 10-0 Tampa Bay over Cincinnati. That was some good insight, DB. Thank you, fellas. Justin Herbert, quarterback for the Chargers, coming up the line of scrimmage, handing off to Joshua Kelly. A 1-yard power run right up the middle, 7-0 Chargers, and then Derrick Henry. Well, of course it's Derrick Henry. A 4-yard touchdown off left tackle. Good ball game now. Tannehill went out of the game on a cart, came back on the cart, and he's playing 7-0.
Is he on the cart? He's off the cart.
I'll tell you when I'm through here. Dak Prescott and the Cowboys can clinch a playoff berth with a win. But now we're in overtime after having a 27-10 lead over Jacksonville. Back in overtime, Prescott pass is picked off by Rashawn Jenkins. 2 on the day for Jenkins. This one returned for the touchdown. In overtime, the 40-34 Jacksonville beats Dallas. That's Jalen Hurts. There comes the blitz. Who's in the middle of the football field? Nobody! Perfect call. Perfect call. Quarterback draw. 3 touchdowns rushing on the day for Hurts. 25-20. Philadelphia over Chicago. My wife's Chiefs. She just lives and dies with these guys. I don't know what it is with her. There it is, handed off. Jerick McKinnon in overtime after the quarterback Davis fumbled for Houston, and then Kansas City recovered. Whoever scores the touchdown wins. Well, McKinnon rushes 26 yards for the touchdown. Kansas City 30-24. And then finally, what a great call. Jared Goff to Brock Wright, the tight end out of Notre Dame. Everybody went flying to the right. All the coverage went flying to the right. Everybody flew to the right, drug the tight end across. 1-yard pass completion turned into a 51-yard touchdown. The Lions win 20-17, handing the Jets now 3 straight losses, Michael Strahan.
Also, New Orleans won today. So did Pittsburgh. And in a game going on right now, Arizona leads at the half over Denver in a battle of field goals. All right, looking at the playoff picture up to the moment right now. In the NFC, things continue to get interesting, particularly when it comes to the NFC South. Everybody in the NFC East is still alive for a playoff spot. Over in the AFC, right now, the Patriots trying to hang on to that last position in the AFC. And right now, they are down against the Raiders. Howie.
Yeah, odd series in the red zone for the Patriots. Usually buttoned up down there, but not the case today. Certainly here on 3rd and goal, Mac Jones drops back. He hits Jacoby Myers for what looks like a touchdown. Prior to the snap, the Patriots called a timeout. Mac Jones not happy. That's a reoccurring theme lately. After an incompletion on 3rd down, Patriots go for it on 4th. Mac Jones hits it. Offsides on the Patriots again. They settle for a field goal. It's just odd to see the Patriots that kind of a series down there.
Like undisciplined.
Yes.
You don't see that in a Bill Belichick team.
Nope.
Yeah, and I got to say, but one thing you do see, Josh Jacobs is having a fantastic year for the Raiders. And on top of that, having Waller back is a big addition for the Raiders. But if I'm Bill Belichick at halftime, I say this is the team that has given up leads late in games, big leads this season over and over again. Don't give up. Stay the course. You always got a shot.
Waller, Renfro, and Adams have barely been on the field together this year.
No.
Well, you know who's going to be on the field Saturday?
Who?
Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott. The same field as the Cowboys take on the Philadelphia Eagles. A big game here. It's America's Game of the Week. We got a Christmas doubleheader coming your way Saturday. Christmas Eve. Coverage starts at 11 o'clock before a Christmas Day special as well between the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins. But our sports day getting close to wrapping up. It all started with Lionel Messi and Argentina winning the World Cup and our Verizon play of the day. The Verizon Halftime is brought to you by Verizon, the network you deserve, the savings you want. Make sure to spend your Christmas Eve with us because this Saturday we've got a massive matchup here on Fox as America's Game of the Week features two NFC East powerhouses. The top-seeded Eagles and MVP hopeful Jalen Hurts head down to Dallas where the Cowboys look to gain some ground. Don't miss it. The Eagles and Cowboys in a special Christmas Eve slate of football here on Fox. And Christmas Day, we'll have Miami and Green Bay spend their holidays with us.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
Today's game flow brought to you by Progressive, with the Raiders leading the Patriots 17-3. We get set for the second half. Kenny Albert along with Vegas Vilma. Raiders did a good job in all three phases, Jonathan. Offense, defense, special teams.
Yeah, especially with the balance offensively, they did a really good job with the running game and set up the passing game. Special teams with that huge punt block, that was great. And then defensively, you really slowed down this Patriots offense. It's been really good football in all three phases for the Raiders.
What must New England do to get back into it?
They need to reestablish the run game. Ramondre Stevenson had a couple good runs. They got away from it, and that's when the errors started happening offensively. Then defensively, I need to see a Matthew Judon, a Josh Uche. I need to see or hear their names, their presence felt, because right now they've been very quiet.
Patriots will start for their 25. Shannon.
Yeah, Bill Belichick certainly frustrated with the way that first half was played. I asked him about the missed opportunities in the passing game. He paused, shook his head, and said, missed opportunities. I asked him what he needs to see big picture. He paused, shook his head, and said, we just have to stop eliminating those dirty plays, the bad plays that are really hurting us. As far as Josh McDaniels is concerned, ball security has been huge for them. He said, we got to do that more. And, of course, the sticky coverage in the secondary loves that. Back to you, Vegas Vilma and Casino Kenny.
All right, thanks, Shannon. Jacobs out to the 17-yard line. Derek Carr.
First half was outstanding for Derek Carr. Love the way he moved in the pocket, the accuracy, the touch he's putting on the football. Look at the placement. And really, if we're going to give credit to Derek Carr, we got to give a shout out to his offensive line. Judon, Uche, quiet. Haven't heard anything from them all game long, giving Derek Carr time. And you see those first half possessions, 2 punts, 2 touchdowns, and a field goal. That's a good first half.
Screen picked off! Touchdown! Kyle Duggar!
Today's game is sponsored by Miller Lite. Taste you can depend on.
Six non-offensive touchdowns scored by the Patriots. It's the 5th from their defense, most in the entire league.
That's why they're 7-6. Talk about the formula for them to win, and it's the defense having to step up. Don't rely on Mac Jones, and what a play. Kyle Duggar, that was amazing.
Well, that first down by Hunter Renfrow certainly quieted this crowd that got very loud, screaming defense, all these Patriot fans. I did get a chance to catch up with Hunter Renfrow before the game. You know, he missed 5 games with that oblique injury. He had a huge smile on his face, catching passes. I asked him what it felt like to be back on the field. He said, man, it has been way too long.
It's Pierre Strong as we check in with Carissa.
Thanks, Kenny. Broncos trailing 9-3. Brett Rippon starting for the injured Russell Wilson today. Hands it off to Marlon Mack, who does the rest. Broncos up 10-9. Kenny?
All right, thanks, Carissa.
On Fox.
The Patriot Way has been highly successful for Bill Belichick. 6 Super Bowl titles. 3 of his former players, head coaches, O'Connell and Vrabel, having great success this season, both with winning records. A look at
all the little
his Patriot assistants as head coaches. And on the bottom of the screen, 3 of the 4 Here today, of course, McDaniels on the Vegas side, and then you have Patricia and Judge back with Belichick in New England.
Yeah, and Kenny, you got to explain what these little chickies are. You had the little chickies and then the little broken eggs. What was that, Kenny?
I leave that up to you with the telestrator.
Oh, so the chickens are the active coaches, then the little broken eggs were the ones that were fired, or, well, they don't quit. So they were fired.
There you go. Out to the 37-yard line. 18 seasons together. Flag at the end of the return. 6 Super Bowl titles for Belichick and McDaniels with the Patriots. Celebrating with the Lombardi Trophy. You know the feeling, Jonathan?
I know the feeling. And you see them having a good time before the game. Had an illegal block in the back on the kickoff return, but trust me, they are not so joyful right now. They're trying to win this game, stay in the playoff hunt. And you can see both of them. Constant mental grind. Just trying to understand how are they attacking and how can we exploit whatever it is that they're trying to do to us.
3 as we check in with Shannon.
Kenny, you know Josh McDaniels will tell you it's just another game, but there was a little different vibe when he said, hey, it's New England Friday when we talked to him in our production call this week. He told us that it's fun to play against people that you care about. We want to beat them, but this isn't a reunion. It's football. Matt Collins, I talked to him. He played at Miami with Flores and now obviously with McDaniels. He said there's absolutely a different vibe when you're playing against the Patriots with coaches that used to coach with Bill Belichick.
21 yards on the return. Saturday, it's a special day of football on Fox. The Eagles and the Cowboys. It all kicks off Saturday, Christmas Eve, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific on Fox. And the Fox Sports app. Eagles with their 13th win of the season. Cowboys lost in overtime to the Jaguars. So Philadelphia 13-1. Dallas drops to 10-4.
I mean, does it get any better than that this late in the season? Cowboys, Eagles, already a heated rivalry. That is going to be an awesome game next week.
Stop short as we head to Los Angeles for a game break with Kurt Menefee. Kurt.
Well, former Patriot Tom Brady and the Bucs had a 17-0 lead on Cincinnati, but it's all gone. Tyler Boyd, 3-yard touchdown catch from Joe Burrow, and they added a 2-point conversion. And now the Bengals in the third quarter are up by 3. Kenny, Jonathan, and Shannon.
Time for another game break. Kurt.
All right, Tennessee and the Chargers all tied at 7 in the fourth quarter, but Austin Eckler fights his way to the end zone. 9th rushing touchdown for Eckler, 14th overall, and the Chargers now go up by a score of 14-7 early on in the fourth quarter. Kenny?
Marcus Jones at the 24-yard line. We've talked about some of the blown leads. 4 losses after leading by at least 10 at the half. First time in NFL history. 3-7 in 1-score games are the Raiders. 2-4 when leading by at least 13. That was Peyton Manning's rookie season. 98 Colts.
And I mentioned the offense, and it's not just the offense, obviously. It's a team game. It really starts with the penalties. You have all these penalties that are killing you. You can't do it, and especially in the second half when you're going against a good team, they're going to find a way to capitalize on those penalties. You see that they have the most losses. 4 went up by 10, went up by 13. They just can't do that. And look at the last drive for the Patriots with Mac Jones finally connecting with Jacoby Myers on that deep seam ball. And then Ramondre Stevenson coming home in Vegas. It was only a matter of time he was going to pop one. It was just getting there. And Jacoby Myers with that filthy route running on that 2-point conversion.
On Monday, Patriots outscored the Cardinals 17-0 in the second half. They stayed out west all week in Tucson, practiced at the University of Arizona. And another huge second half. A look at the total yards. So 17-0 Monday. 21-0 in the second half today. Look at the AFC playoff picture. First place teams on the left. Patriots with a win would go to 8-6. 3 games remaining. Home for the next 2, Bengals and Dolphins, and then they'll visit Buffalo week 18.
And for Raiders fans, losing this game, they're not eliminated. Now it's right. You got to win the rest of your games and have some things happen, of course, but you're not exactly out of it. But for the Patriots, keeping pace in that AFC East. Everyone's above 500. They're all playing good football. That game last night, Buffalo versus the Dolphins, that was a really good football game up there in the snow. I mean, you're seeing some, both sides actually, AFC East and NFC East. You're seeing some good football being played across those divisions.
Raiders would certainly be in dire straits with a loss today at 5-9, but would not officially be eliminated.
I'm not going to do that brain damage of what would need to happen.
Right.
I just know they're not officially eliminated yet.
Stevenson with the 34-yard touchdown run. 137 on the day for Rhamondre Stevenson. Raiders use their final timeout.
They'll still have the 2-minute warning as well.
It's a special Christmas triple header next Sunday. Packers Dolphins on Fox, 1 Eastern. Broncos and Rams. Bucks and Cardinals on NBC. Broncos, Rams, CBS, and Nickelodeon.
We're looking at Mac Jones going back to the huddle.
So the Raiders trailing by 7, no timeouts. Get the ball back. Look at what the Patriots defense has done against some of the top receivers the last 3 weeks, and today they've held Davante Adams to just 28 yards on 4 receptions.
Yeah, and that goes with the play calling, that goes with execution, and frankly, the secondary trusting each other on when they're supposed to double, when they're not supposed to double. That's a really good job today against Davante Adams.
Takes it in and wins the game for the Raiders. Have you ever seen an ending like that?
I have never seen anything like that. I have no idea why he was doing that. Oh my goodness.
An unbelievable ending here in Las Vegas.
I thought I had seen it all, Kenny. We always get the good games. We always get the good games. What an ending. Unbelievable. Chandler Jones, former Patriot. What an exclamation point to end this game. Raiders 6-8. I think the stadium is still in shock the way we are. Like, they're happy, but they still can't believe what just happened.
Patriots fans in stunned disbelief. On the final play, looked like we were heading to overtime. Here's another look.
Okay, so everyone is back as expected. The Patriots are really running the ball to get to overtime. And then Rhamondre Stevenson decides he's going to lateral it back to Jacoby Myers. And Jacoby Myers, I know that this was not the play call. He decides he's going to throw it to Mac Jones, and Chandler Jones takes advantage of the opportunity, stiff boys Mac Jones on his way to a touchdown. I have no idea what Jacoby Myers was doing. Chandler Jones gets Mac Jones with the stiff arm and the touchdown.
Friday will be the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception.
I'm in disbelief.
What are they going to call this one?